This is Selma Schimmel, and this is Unique and Unmistakable Amsterdam. The cultural and commercial capital of the Netherlands is used to being the center of attention, and this year is no exception as it hosts the European Cancer Congress 2013. This is a multidisciplinary cancer congress sponsored by ECHO, the European Cancer Organization, ESMO, the European Society for Medical Oncology, and ESTRO, the European Society for Therapeutic Radiology and Oncology. Bringing together the most imaginative and innovative minds and researchers from across the continent and around the world to engage global stakeholders, coordinate a unified oncology community, and speak with one voice. Vital Options Advocacy in Action is here to do the same, bringing together influential leaders of the cancer advocacy community for a three-part advocate forum. This is our fourth European Advocacy in Action, and we are so proud to be in Amsterdam, grateful to be partnering with ESMO and ECHO, and honored to bring it to you. Zorana, molecular pathology, identifying new genomic mutations and pathways, having a huge impact in the development of new biologic therapies. So how is all of this impacting research and access to clinical trials in Europe and patients' comprehension of these great changes in oncology care?
Well, yes, you're right. We have seen growing body of available data in the recent years in molecular biology and different markers. And we do have patients on the other side that want to have the right treatment for them that would give them the greatest benefit, but also will have lowest possible side effects of the treatment. And with this growing evidence of different molecular targets, it will be difficult for patients to accrue in the clinical trials because it will take longer to get to find patients with certain characteristics of certain tumor biology, the patients that have different markers. So in a way, it is possible that it would take longer to get a certain number of patients that are required in a trial in order to get the regulatory approval. But there is also difficulty that with development of innovative clinical trial design, but also with the adoption of different statistical methods that would minimize the number of patients that are needed in the trial in order to get the approval, but also the statistical methods would enable us to lower the chance of maintaining the patient in an unfavorable arm. But what then could be the problem is that changes in the regulatory framework are needed because different countries have different regulatory approaches, and if one country adopts certain clinical trial approach, it doesn't mean necessarily that the other country will adopt that as well. So it would also mean that it would take longer to conduct global trials. But I think that if all stakeholders work together, regulatory bodies, clinicians, patient organizations, pharma industry, health technology assessment agencies, and if patients get more involved, as Marcus was saying, in clinical trial, right from the beginning, starting at the understanding of what are the needs of the patient, and then going into design of a clinical trial, and then all the way to the execution, I think that we will see some great new drugs coming and hopefully being approved, as Marcus was saying, if we get the patient experience into the trial. Maybe it would bring shorter time to get the approval for the drug, which is what patients need and want.
Thank you for being so articulate and committed.
Thank you indeed.